Tonje, guys. Tonje, man. This guy had some crazy explosive performances last year in college basketball. In the beginning of the season, he had a 40-point performance against Arizona. He had multiple other 30-point performances across the season. When he got it going, Tonje was a major problem in college basketball. And look, Tonje is a scorer. First out and foremost, this guy can get buckets. The 6'5", 212-pound, sixth-year senior will be 24 when the draft takes place here. 6'9" wingspan, 24 years old, as I just said, from Wisconsin, which was his third team in those 6 years. Plays first 4 years with Colorado State. And look, I think Tonje, he's really intriguing. So we're going to make the case for Tonje, then we'll make the case against him, and then I'll say where I ultimately think he needs to, be if he's going to have success in the NBA. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. So, Tonje, strong, physical driver. He's a great shooter. 90% thereabouts free throw shooter, which just gives even more credibility to that statement. He knows how to draw contact, get to the free throw line. He was really good getting to the free throw line, had multiple games of over 10 free throw attempts. He plays at his own pace. He really likes to create separation by utilizing contact that he will force from the mid-range area. And it's just an out-and-out scorer. I mean, he averaged 20 points a game pretty much, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, less than a steal per game for Tonje, and was fairly efficient. 46% from the field, 39% from 3 in about 6 attempts, and 91% from the free throw line. And he got there a ton, 7 attempts from the free throw line. He's just an out-and-out scorer, and that ability, the ability to shoot the ball, is certainly going to translate. Now, what works against Tonje? Well, look, he's just not going to have this opportunity to have the ball in his hands at all, really, in the NBA. He's going to go to a team. He's going to most likely be a second-round pick. So he's going to go to a team where he's not even going to be a top 5 option for that team. So it's going to be a major adjustment for Tonje, who's a guy who the question I kept writing down was, what does he offer besides scoring? Because when you get to a team, you've got to figure out what can you do to support the star players on that team to get you more playing time. And then over time, you can grow your role. And with Tonje, it was just hard for me to figure out what that might be. He's not a good defensive player. He's not a guy who generates steals or blocks. Pretty low steal percentage, low block percentage, and that's throughout his career. Even when he had a lower load in terms of his scoring that was needed from his team, he never really was a guy who provided you much from those categories. He's not a big playmaker. He's a decent rebounder, and so ultimately, that gives me a lot of concern as to how much he can impact the game when he's not scoring. So statistically, we've talked about this a bit, but 19 points, almost 20 points a game, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. We mentioned the percentages. Really good efficiency from Tonje. And 3 schools, in the past, that would probably be a little bit of a demerit, but right now, that's just the modern-day college basketball. His assist-to-turnover ratio was about 1-to-1. Not great there. Just not much of a playmaker. So, to me, for Tonje to find success, he's got to change his game. And the way I would do it if I were Tonje, not Tonje, would be to be a shooter. He's got the size, 6'5", 6'9" wingspan. He's never going to be a great defender, but I think he could be adequate. If he can be just a spot-up shooter, an off-the-ball guy who gives gravity and makes opposing defenses really have to respect him, which he's certainly capable of. It's just going to be an adjustment because he's used to being an on-the-ball shooter versus now being an off-the-ball shooter. That's going to take some time, but I think that's his best pathway to having a long and successful NBA career. Let me know what you guys think. Which way do you see Tonje's career unfolding in the comments below? Until next time, peace.